Aloha! In today's video, we'll be installing something new in our Whitehouse. This is our current greenhouse with an automatic watering system. What we're going to be doing is in our Whitehouse, which is our new greenhouse, we're going to be installing a solar drip system. This is not a sponsored video, but we picked up this kit that has everything included from Amazon. Here we're checking to see how long we need to make the tubing for the water supply outlet. We will be attaching this to the anti-siphon that already has a T-joint attached. We use a blow dryer to soften the tubing so that we can easily attach it to the joints. We also use it to connect it to the water outlet. After connecting the anti-siphon to the water supply outlet, we then connected the main line to the other half of the T-joint. We then had to run our water supply filter line and our water level sensor line through the garden shelving. We next needed to connect the water level sensor line to the solar controller. So we went through the same process of softening the tubing and attaching it to the water supply inlet. Now we take the inlet line and then attach it to the water supply filter. Before we got the cover on, my husband noticed a mistake. We couldn't get the filter into the hole. This is an already made pre-hole, so what we needed to do was cut the plastic so that we could easily fit the filter into the container. You can use any container that will hold your water, and you can pre-drill your hole to just fit the tubing. But we're recycling our bucket, so we just had to make the filter fit through the hole. And this is how the filter sits in the water. Next, we inserted the probe connectors into the bucket, so this would let us know when our water level is low. Now we add another T-post to our water siphoning line, and this will help us to attach more lines so that it can reach both sides of our Whitehouse. Here we're placing the drip stake on its side so that it can fill our seedling trays. If it was in pots, it would be upright. So we turned on the system to see if the water was dripping in each tray, but it wasn't. So we looked at the troubleshooting directions. Since the controller was beeping, it says that our drip stake was clogged, but that couldn't be because it's a brand new kit. And the other thing it said, it could be insufficient solar charge, but that wasn't the problem either because we had a full charge. So we had a syringe filled with water and we put it in the input valve and push the water in. I think we did it 2 times, and then we connected the siphon tubing to the water inlet valve. Nothing was clogged, but my husband remembered this trick that he learned from work to jump start the motor. It did work, and the water lines were dripping. So here I'm placing it flat on its side since it's going to fill the tray. But now we have to figure out how long to set the timer for the water to fill the tray. For now, it will run for 15 minutes every 3 days. Currently, this is how we set up our water catchment for the Whitehouse. The Whitehouse has a small little gutter system, and it drips into this 5-gallon bucket. In the future, we'll be using this 55-gallon barrel to draw water into our Whitehouse. So here are the 3 systems we have hooked up. We have our fan, our drip irrigation, and our lights. So why didn't we go with larger solar panels? Well, with the small solar panels, well, they call it solar controllers, it would be easier to maintain if we ran into any problems with our light, our fan, or a drip system. With the large solar panel, we would need to hook it up outside on a separate pole, add some wiring and a battery, and the setup would be too much for this little Whitehouse. So we hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you next time. Mahalo!